going wrong in Oakland.
Oakland, California.
It's an area
A city torn apart by an all-out gang war.
and drug crimes in the past.
A team of 8 gang unit officers battles thousands of gang members. There are more than 22,000 people on probation and parole here. Per capita, more than any other city in America. For the gang unit, the probationers are the front line in trying to stem gang violence.
He's a known Border Brother member. He's on parole for shooting somebody.
Known gang members on probation can be searched at any time. And any sign of gang involvement, gang colors or tattoos, is reason enough for an arrest. So gang members are constantly on post, looking out for the police, also known as 5-0.
The police is the #1 enemy out here, you know, especially the OPD. Police is to pull up right now. There's no doubt in my mind they'll try to arrest every last one of us.
Most of these Norteño gang members have already done time and are on either probation or parole.
People that you know.
A stop by the police could send them straight back to jail. Just around the corner, a scout spots a police car heading their way. The gang members carrying drugs, guns, or anything else that can get them arrested scatter, while the others keep an eye on the cruiser parked just down the street.
Police over there watching us right now. Just watching anybody good, so you know they're just ready to blurt.
The Norteños may have escaped arrest tonight, but this is the never-ending game of cat and mouse, cop versus gang, on the streets of Oakland.
If you choose to, you know, come back to the same place where you got in trouble the first time, you're probably gonna get in trouble again.
Once released, gang members rarely leave their old ways behind.
Hey, can you put your dogs away?
So this is how the gang unit keeps tabs on a potentially violent group of criminals.
It's a series of small battles. You gotta keep them on their heels. I mean, you gotta let them know that we're out there and we're gonna take them to jail any chance we get.
Santa Rita Jail, the revolving door for many of Oakland's gang members. There are more than 4,000 men behind bars here. Nearly 2/3 of them have gang affiliation. The first stop for any new arrival is gang classification. Here, officers catalog tattoos, figure out what signs the inmates know, and interview them to determine what gang they belong to.
Hold on. Take it you run with the Serranos?
Yeah.
What's NK stand for?
Norteño Killer.
The intelligence gathered here goes beyond the walls of the jail. It is vital information to the gang unit on the street. But classification is also a key to survival in a jail that is like the streets of Oakland, dominated by one Latino gang, the Norteños.
When they get into the jail, they gotta claim, okay, if I'm a Serrano and I say I'm nothing, if I don't say anything, they put me in a pod with a bunch of Norteños, I'm gonna get beat up.
The threat of violence is a reality that forces the jail to segregate the gang members. In here, the same Latino gangs that run Oakland streets, the Norteños, the Serranos, and the Border Brothers, have their own turf assigned to them by the jail.
These are our Border Brothers over here, and we have our Serranos over here. The orange dictates it's a Serranos. That way we can see them, and we know that they are Serranos by looking at them. And there's no confusion of who they are.
But segregation has a darker side. It also allows the gangs to strengthen their bonds.
Oakland, but that's where we're from, representing Border Brothers. We're representing our people, you know, our raza, los Latinos and everything. Make sure, you know, that somebody out there, you know, have their back, you know, no matter what.
It is here that hierarchies are set, rituals are taught, and younger members are hardened, sized up for their crimes on the street. Sized up by gangsters like Lucky.
There's some guys out there in gangs that are just out and shooting.
robbing, doing whatever they're doing just because they like it. And those are the ones that move up in the ranks. The ones that are putting in work. The ones that are actually gang banging. Those are the North Daniels we want. The ones that don't give a they don't care. And all they have is us. To live, breathe, eat, die for. Those are the ones we want.
While going to jail may get the gangs off the street, it's anybody's guess as to whether the gang members come out better or whether jail just makes them worse. Up next, the gang unit sets up a stakeout to get Zapper.
They're starting to show their faces.
And later, a deadly Oakland tradition, the sideshow. And then, in front of Javier's house, a shootout.